What is self-sabotage? Is there a thing as self-sabotage? Being aware of an attitude or a view internally within ourselves that um, stops us from obtaining what we want to attain in life. And yeah, it's a lot of people aren't even aware that they are self-sabotaging themselves. And that's one of the issues in respect to getting trapped within your own belief system sometimes. Sometimes it needs to be challenged um, to become aware of why we only get to a certain level in one's life and we can't move beyond it. And I think there is certain behaviours that does not help um, being in a place where we're not happy. And it's a tragedy from the point of view that it is not seen as something a person has control over. That's um, that's a tragedy. And again, it comes back to being aware that we are accountable for um, what we're doing, not coming to a position and handing it all over as reason, because your reason isn't going to get you where you want to go. You can reason yourself out of it, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that needs to be identified um, as self-sabotage, um, justifying yourself, giving up, making excuses that is all too hard, or seeking an easier option to hand over whatever reason we want to give ourselves why we haven't reached what we want in our lives. We must eliminate reason. We must eliminate justification. When when reason and justification is eliminated, then there's a new frontier. There's a new road. A new thing will expose itself. A new opportunity, and that's the guts um, of being aware of certain things that you may not have been aware of prior to understanding what sabotage is and how we are in control of what we sabotage. And it's I don't get um, where we don't want to show that. We don't want to show that we're wrong. We don't want to show that we feel inadequate towards other people um, who are living a life that we truly desire. You can have any life you imagine if you eliminate your justifications and your reasoning. And there's other things too that needs to be keeping to stock. It's how we perceive the struggle in acquiring, and it's so much easier when we give reasons, but those reasons, it's only a justification for ourselves. It's only a justification for not knowing what's beyond reason, and being open enough to discover that maybe there's things within us that um, that aren't working for us the way we want them to work. It becomes hard when our focus is misdirected in accountability for what we want in our lives. And it doesn't matter what you create, it's going to come with a form of accountability. Be that if you don't create what you would like in your life, or things aren't manifesting, and if you feel like you're chasing your tail, that's all your stuff. That's nobody else's stuff. That's all your stuff. It's all my stuff. And nobody is the reason for not acquiring what we want in a life. And the more we give reasons for not succeeding, and the more we give reasons and justifications, the more we stay where we are. It's only when we eliminate that it will give us a chance to look beyond and to see, as I said, you see new roads, but also on that new road, you will discover things about yourself that you didn't discover prior to adapting the old attitudes or behaviours that is not working at the moment. And if they are working, I don't think you'll be listening to me, um, or or some of the things I say will probably not resonate. But it doesn't matter if I'm saying it, or it doesn't matter if somebody else is saying it. Um, if we pick up things out of any information, and it gives us a form of enlightenment, or it gives us a form of a new way or a new opportunity, or creates a clear picture of a new horizon that we haven't discovered as yet, that's only a good thing. But that really will be hard for it to work if we're going around blaming everybody for our situation. And living in the past a lot is another thing that I've identified sometimes as a roadblock for new ways and new discoveries within us, within ourselves. Um, I've always said when I took accountability for what I was doing, I got really I got really creative in there. I got to know the spirit within a lot more, other than handing that over to everybody else, circumstances and reasoning why I haven't lived the life wholly and solely that I came to this world to live. And when you believe that, you quickly get it. You really do. It's always about us. You know, like we all benefit um, when we're around people that give us new information and support us. Like when you're offered support, and if it's in if it comes from a good place, and you're receptive to it and you relate to it, well, that can only be a good thing. But to get there, you've got to arrive at being open for it, and not understanding that you're the cause of your own falling on your sword, so to speak. It's just the start. If you can't get to that, um, like I haven't got a crystal ball. I'm not saying my way is the right way. It does show from the principles I've applied that you can emerge out of anything with that accountability. You can emerge out of a life of crime. You can emerge out of drug dependency. You can emerge out of struggle. You can emerge out of hopelessness. You can emerge out of dark places. The limit to what you can find and what is available to every human being when they take stock of of everything about what they're doing and how they're doing it in life is phenomenal. We have coping skills far beyond what you can imagine that you can cope with. There's lots of things you can manage by practice, by commitment, um, by hanging in there, by not making excuses, by not blaming everybody or anyone for your position in your life. It can be done. It can be done if you're prepared to be open enough to be aware of the possibilities that you might be self-sabotaging. Just just knowing that it's a chance that you are leaves you open to a form of hope to bring something more into your current situation. So with that, have a great Saturday. It's a beautiful day out there. Yeah, hit the bell, leave a comment, subscribe. It all helps. I've also got a book that's been received enormously. www.kinghitbook.com. You can receive your copy there. I've also got a podcast. It's on a podcast called Anchor on Spotify. It's called True Crime and Prison Diaries, and it's all true stories. There's no crap in it. It's rigid edge. It's not glorified. It is what it is, and yeah, they're first-hand accounts of living in prison as somebody that will have a decent go in there too. So apparently the podcast is well received according to the listeners also. So yeah, have a good one, and I'll catch up with you. Take care.